All right, shalom, shalom. We're back out here again on Saturday. To prophesy our people, give warning to Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that the one you call Jesus Christ, his name is Yahweh Shai, he's coming back to deliver his elect and also to destroy this place and, we call Babylon the Great, North America, and usher in his kingdom on planet Earth, Israel. Also, bad times is coming, man. The time of Jacob's trouble is coming, all that. Lord will, chariots, he's out there. I did a video, I spoke about it last time. I think I'm gonna do a video on it too, about how they saw 20 different chariots by the moon, man. I think there's a moon base up there or whatever, man. It's the vehicles of the angels, It's a beautiful thing, man. And they're gonna be, those are the vehicles that will be used to, the chariots of Israel, known as UFOs, will be used to deliver the elect out from this nuclear destruction. The time of great trouble is coming as well, as well as the hour of temptation. Here to give warning to our people to not take that chip. Elon Musk talking about money. You're not going to need money, by 2030, 2036. You're not going to need that money. I guess he's talking about that physical, because AI and all that. We need the money. So he's talking about that chip, man. He's going to bring in that chip. They're talking about 2036, That's going to be the new currency. You take that chip, you're going to be able to buy anything or sell anything that you have to want. But that's why they call it the hour of temptation. The Lord said not to take that chip, not to take that mark. Take it, you're going to be destroyed. All right? You got to put your faith and trust into Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Shai. Right? Take that chip, then you tell Esau, hey, I want Esau to be my master. But first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh. All praises to Yahweh Bashar Shai. Double honors to Apostle Elders, Great Millstone. Salutations to hopeful elect across the planet Earth, which is truth, the spirit, sincerity, and the truth. Lord will now finish off this Habakkuk chapter 3. And I want to get into this article. Apparently, U.S. intelligence is warning that Russia is about to attack a NATO country. So this war is heating up. This war ain't going away. Wars, that's a rumor of war. That's a rumor of war, It's part of the prophecies that we were told, that would happen in these last days. Earthquakes, pestilence, talking about typhus. It's a typhus outbreak now, measles outbreak. The last case was a kid in Universal Studios out here in California. So more people have caught it, Yeah, avoid big crowds, man. Don't be out here in no big crowds these last days. Yeah, back in Habakkuk, started 8, Habakkuk 3 and 8. Was the Lord displeased against the rivers? Was thy anger against the rivers? Was thy wrath set against the sea? And thou didst ride upon thy horses and chariots of salvation. Yeah, the Lord's anger against the little rivers, all that destruction that's coming. Really, that represents the people, man. The Lord's anger is against these people out here. 2/3 of our people, these other nations, these heathens, man. Precept, Revelation 17 and 14. He shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome him. That war in heaven. You're actually going to try to fight the Lord when he returns. Esau and his angels, man. His fighter jets, his military. And the Lamb shall overcome them. Before Yahweh Shai is going to destroy them, man. You got to put the spirit. They're going to be afraid to fight the Lord. But the Lord's got to put the spirit in them to fight. Just like he had to put the spirit in Pharaoh, keep going after the Israelites. He wanted to show his power, man. Right? For he is the Lord of lords, King of kings, and they that are with him called chosen and faithful. Man, the ones that are with them, man, is elect. The chosen ones that make it out to the very end, you know, and the faithful ones that have faith, the ones that believe. Now watch me shy. That's what it's all about, you know? Having that faith in the Lord, believing in the Lord. Because you're going to have faith, man, when that hour of temptation comes. Yep. You're not going to be able to buy nothing or sell nothing. What's that? Glad what? Threefold? Yeah, it's called chosen and faithful, man. It's gonna take a whole lot of faith, you know, in these last days, man. That's why you're in a time now to where you're supposed to be building up your faith, going through the spiritual things, man. You know, building up your faith in the shot, what you do at these end times, man. Because when that chip is pushed, you know, hey, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing. You'll be outcast society. You're not gonna be able to buy nothing or sell nothing. All right. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou seest, it's going into the other scripture, man. He said unto me, the waters which thou seest, where the horse sitteth, you know, are peoples, multitudes, nations, and tongues, man. So yeah, he's talking about the rivers, man. He's talking about the people, man. We're about to destroy these people out here, man. And back in Habakkuk 3 and 8, I'm sorry, 9. Thy bow was made quite naked, according to the oaths of thy tribes, even thy word, Salah. Thou didst cleave the earth with rivers, man. Yeah, the bow was quite naked, man. It's talking about the missiles, right? The bow was talking about the missiles, man. That's the instruments that are going to be used to destroy this place, right? Get precept Jeremiah 50. Yeah, Jeremiah 50, I'll start 13. Because of the wrath of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hissed at all her plagues. And in Babylon, here in America, Babylon the Great, it's going to be made completely desolate, naked, destroyed, you know, rivers, you know, will be turned into pitch. The land is going to be a burning pitch. Where nothing but desert creatures are going to lie here, man. They're the only ones that are going to inhabit this place. Yeah. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, man. It's about the missiles. You know, the Apocrypha talks about shooting one arrow to one end of the earth to the other. You can't do that with a regular bow and arrow. As 2 Ezra 16 and 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss, and they begin to be shot unto the ends of the world. Yeah, and they begin to be shot to the ends of the world. So ain't talking about actual, you know, bow and arrow, man. It's symbolic for a nuclear missile, nuclear destruction. That ICBM missile, intercontinental ballistic missile, from one end of the earth unto the other. You know, different continents, different lands across the whole planet Earth, right? So that bow is represented. Bow, arrows, represents missiles, right? Yeah, put it back in Jeremiah 50, I started 13 again. Because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Let me read that I'll read that in the NLT. It says, because the Lord's anger Babylon will become a deserted wasteland. Yeah, deserted wasteland, man. Thinking about those Mad Max movies, those post-apocalyptic movies. One with Denzel in it. I forgot the name. Book of Eli. All those types of movies. Desolate wasteland, man. But instead, there ain't gonna be no people riding around on motorcycles, you know. This place is gonna be completely inhabited, man, and desolate. Only desert creatures are gonna survive here, man. All who pass by will be horrified. They will gasp at the destruction they see there. You know, the smoke, this place is gonna rise up for a very long time. All you surrounding nations, let your archers shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord, man. All the surrounding nations, shoot at her. Spare no arrows. Yeah, we're just in Revelation 17, man. The 10 horns. They're gonna hate the whore. Let me go back to that. Yeah, back in Revelation 17:14, he shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is Lord of lords, King of kings. And they that are with him are called faithful, are called chosen and faithful. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are peoples, multitudes, nations, and tongues. And the 10 horns, the horn represents America, right? And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, he shall hate the horn. And the 10 horns, you know, talking about the EU and the NATO nations, man. Okay. We just read in the NLT, Jeremiah 50, you know, all the surrounding nations shoot arrows at her, man. So all these nations are going to turn against America. They're going to blast fire on them. Those arrows. The 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, thee shall hate the whore. We're going to end up hating America. Something's going to happen. You know? We're seeing that. We're just seeing that, man. Donald Trump's making it to where all these NATO nations are turning against the place, man. Erstwhile friend. I did a video on that. Called the erstwhile friend. No more. Ain't friends no more. With America. And he shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. How are you going to eat her flesh and burn her with fire? Destruction, arrows, bows, man, bow and arrows, man. And nuclear destruction. That's coming, man, real soon. For the Most High hath put in their hearts, spelled there, spelled T-H-E-I-R, possessive meaning, put in their minds. Most High is putting it in their minds, controlling these different leaders to do this. Is that it's Most High's determination together. So Most High is behind all this, man. It's the Most High script. That's why, you know, you get with the program, man. Hey, don't fear these things, which thou shalt suffer, man. Don't fear what's coming. It's all part of the script. It's all, we just gotta play it out, you know. For the Most High put in their hearts to fulfill His will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. Read that in the NLT. It says, for the Most High hath put a plan into their minds, a plan that will carry out His purpose. They will agree to give their authority to the scarlet beast, so the words of the Most High will be fulfilled. Yeah. The words of the Most High will be fulfilled. It's all about Yahweh Shemi Shai, man. It's all about the Most High and His plan. So all this was written before times, man. You know, all this is already about, we just gotta play through it, man. That's why, hey, don't fear these things, man. The Lord didn't give His men the spirit of fear, right? You already know what the Lord is gonna do. You just have to sit back and watch it, man, and just stay on the path. You know, fight these temptations, fight the demons, you know. Stay on the path, man, endure to the end, right? was a good one. Yeah, Zephaniah 3:8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to pray. Yeah, wait on the Lord, man. You know, wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. Right now, just teaching the word, man. He's giving warning. You know. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to pray. My determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation. So yeah, it's Most High's determination. So we read in Revelation. It's Most High's plan. You know? Yeah. It's all about the Lord's plan, what He wants to do. You know, He's a man that He shall not lie. And so He says something's going to come to pass. It's going to come to pass. These prophecies have to come to pass first, right? Prophecies have to be fulfilled. You know? Tarry, wait for it. It shall surely come. It shall not tarry. Patience these last days, man. You got patience, you know, and faith, and endure, and endurance, man. That's what it's all about. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to pray. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, and pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger. It's that. The Lord is angry with these people, man. He's angry. You know, He's gonna destroy this place. You know, going to the bloody city. So, pull the eyes of the Lord upon the sinful kingdom, man. He's gonna wipe it off the face of the earth. That destruction, man. Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai. Even all my fierce anger, all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. The whole earth is going to be devoured with the fire of the Lord's jealousy. That nuclear destruction, right? But I want to get something. I was going to have Habakkuk 3:10. The mountains saw thee, and they trembled. Yeah, the mountains go, or it's the different governments. You know, since the governments, people, man. The mountains saw thee, and they trembled. The overflowing of the water passed by, the deep uttered his voice and lifted up his hands on high. Precept. Psalms 102 and 15. Psalms 102 and 15. So the heathen shall fear the name of the Lord, and all the kings of the earth by glory. The kings and the heathens, you know, the mountains, man, they're gonna fear the Lord. In these last days, they're gonna fear the Lord, man. When the Lord shall build up Zion, He shall appear in His glory. It's Revelation 6:12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. The earthquake, man, when this is hit, the earth is gonna rock to and fro like a drunkard, man. The power is, Stars of heaven fell into the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind. So the stars of heaven, that's another symbolism for the missiles. The stars of heaven falling. Saw that stars. John the Revelator saw that vision. It looked like stars falling from heaven. Saw the missiles coming back down into the atmosphere. Like a fig tree. When you shake a fig tree, figs fall down, or some figs falling. That's how he likened it. Compared it to a fig tree. And compared it to stars falling from heaven. What he was seeing was those missiles. And the heaven departed as a scroll, and it is rolled together in every mountain and island and places. Yeah, the earth is gonna be different lands, gonna be messed up, man. Different lands out here, man. And the heavens departed as a scroll, man. They saw the mushroom clouds, man. A lot of mushroom clouds are gonna rise up and black out the sun, black out the stars, the sun and the moon. Man. Gloomy. It's gonna be very gloomy on the planet Earth, man. Very dark. Yeah, it's gonna be a bad time. The day of the Lord, man. Dark day. The day of the Lord is gonna be a dark day, man. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, the chief captains, every mighty man, every bondman, every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. Going back to the we read Habakkuk, man. 3. Now the mountains will fear the Lord, man. This mountain's talking about people, man, and governments. Go back to that. Yeah, back in Habakkuk 3:10, the mountains saw thee, and they trembled. The overflowing of the water passed by. The deep uttered his voice, he lifted up his hands on high. Yeah, so they saw, they're gonna tremble, man, and see the Lord. Get back to that Revelation 6. Yeah, they're gonna hide themselves in the dens and the rocks of the mountains. They have little mountain retreats. Get that name was. Try to go out in space. And said unto the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Who's going to survive that great and terrible day of the Lord, man? So they're going to try to hide from the Lord, but they're not going to be able to, man. That's Amos 9:2. Though they dig into hell, man. That hell is talking about, the grave or the ground. Not a place where you burn forever. There's no such place. Though they dig into hell, thence my hand shall take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. Will they dig into hell? They're going to try to go into the ground, deep underground military bases, try to go into the mountains. Or even do in the heavens, man. There's space stations up there. Right? Though they hide themselves at the top of Carmel, at the mountains, it's red, they're going to try to go into these mountains. I will search and take them out. Thence, though they be hid from my sight at the bottom of the sea. Man, they even got places in the oceans, man. Thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. Yeah, I'm talking about the Leviathan, man. Godzilla. Godzilla really does exist. You know, we're gonna see him. He's gonna show himself. Back in Habakkuk 3:11, the sun and the moon stood still in their habitation, and the light of thine arrows they went, and at thy shining of thy glittering spear, more missiles. Talk about that, more missiles. What is that? Job 20. Job 20:22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. The fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Yeah, every hand of the wicked. That's talking about our people. This wicked right here is somehow, you know, the Israelites. They're gonna come up against Esau, man. When he gets that new world order, you know, race riots, all that. It's coming, man. Yeah, that Hebrew word there for wicked is imal. Imal. It means laborer, sufferer, wretched one, workman. Yes, that's talking about the Israelites, man. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. And when he's about to fill his belly, right when he's about to get this new world order, you know, fullness, hey, I mean, he's got new world order, setting that off. You know, he's almost there. Pushing that chip, it's that mandatory, and all that. When he's about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him. He shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Yeah, so you know, that's that one prophecy. That's that really that prophecy to look for, man. It's that microchip, mark of the beast. You know, when he makes it mandatory. That's when he's really about to fill his belly. And when he gets to that certain point, that's what you have to be on the lookout for, man. It's that microchip. Tom and Jacob say all that, man. Right? He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow shall strike him through. Okay? He's gonna try to flee from the iron weapon, going to those little bases, those little bunkers too. Edomites here and there. They got him a little bunker. You know, fallout center, whatever. They're gonna fry up in there, man. The missile's gonna go through that. It is drawn, it's the point right here. It is drawn and cometh out of the body. It's Job 20:25. It is drawn, cometh out of the body. It's talking about the silos. Yea, the glittering sword come out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. That is drawn and coming out the body. So when Job saw the missiles coming out them silos, man, he likened it unto a glittering sword. It's like we read in Habakkuk, that glittering spear. It's like precept upon precept, you know, line upon line. So that's how you got to deal with these scriptures, precept upon precept. Thou didst march through the land in indignation. Thou didst thresh the heathen in anger. Yeah, marched across the land like an army. Joel described the missiles as an army. Right? This is Jeremiah 25. Jeremiah 25:31. And noise shall come even to the ends of the earth. And noise shall come, man. Even to the ends of the earth, man. For the Lord has the controversy with the nations. He will plead with all flesh. He will give them that are wicked to the sword, saith the Lord, man. Yeah, the missiles, man. 34. Let's wrap up this Habakkuk and I'll get into this article. Yeah, it's Isaiah 34:1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. That come here, ye nations. Now, all the nations got to hear this word, man. All nations, man. Not just our people. All nations got to hear the truth. They got to understand. They got to hear the prophecies. Understand who the Lord truly is, man. The Lord said, when all this word has been preached against, when this word has been taught to all nations, then shall the end come. Come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, man. So we upload these videos on YouTube, the internet, the whole planet here, man. Books have been opened before the firmament. We're here, we're dealing with that prophecy right now. That prophecy is coming to pass right now, man. Really since 2007. And all that is therein, the world, and all things that are come forth of it. Yes, the whole world has to hear this word too, man. You know, read that in the NLT. Come here and listen, O nations of the earth. Let the world and everything in it hear my words. Right? This is for the whole world, man. Verse 2, for the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations. Yeah, it's upon all you nations, man. Right? And his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. Right, the slain also shall be cast out. The stink shall come up out of their carcasses. And the mountains shall be melted with their blood. Yeah. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved. And the heaven shall be rolled together as a scroll. Yeah, we just read. You know? The earth departed like a scroll. He's talking about those mushroom clouds, man. All that dust and smoke and soot, when it rises up, it's gonna black out the sun, man. You know, dark, dreary day, man. Gloomy, man. Scripture say, man. Bad, ooh, man. Really, the only sanctuary we're gonna have is gonna be on the chariots, man. I mean, who knows how the Lord's gonna do it? You know, clean up the earth with spiritual power. I don't know. Scriptures always are constantly talking about how the sun is going to be blocked out. The moon's going to be blocked out, man. So not give her light. For a period of time, man, it's going to be a bad place in the earth. The water is going to be wormwood. I mean, the waters are going to be poisoned. Most likely enough for that radiation. You know, people will be messed up out here. The whole earth is going to have to deal with it. That's the day of the Lord, man. Day of the Lord's indignation. So all you nations are going to have to deal with this, man. Really, and after that, y'all going to want to go to slavery. The time of Jacob's trouble, yeah, it was hell that's cut and cut. It's hell that's going to happen here in America. The time of Jacob's trouble, he asked for 2/3 of our people, man. But the day of the Lord, the day of the Lord's indignation, that's for all nations, man. Right? It says, all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. And all their hosts shall fall down and fall off from the line, and fall from a fig tree. And again, fig tree, fig, shake, untimely, you know, of an untimely wind, man. You shake it, the fig tree, and the figs fall down. That's how they're seeing it. And this is touching down, man. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven, Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse judgment. Upon Idumea, man. Greek way of saying Edom, you know. Upon Idumea, or Edom, man. Esau, man. Curse of his people, man. Man. Upon the people of my curse. They got that leprosy, man. Sword of the Lord. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and the blood of the lambs and goats, the fat of kidneys and rams. The Lord hath sacrificed in Basra, that city in Edom, man. So the people is likened unto sacrificial animals. The fatness of the blood of lambs, goats, rams. Those are all animals used to sacrifice. So that's symbolic of the people, man. The Lord has a big sacrifice here in America. In Basra, you know, modern day Basra, you know, here in America. A great slaughter in the land of Idumea, Edom. Yeah. The Lord has a big sacrifice here in this place, man. Back Habakkuk 3:13. Thou winnest forth for the salvation of thy people, even for salvation with thine anointed. Thou woundest the head out of the house of the wicked, by discovering the foundation unto the neck. Read that in the NLT. You went out to rescue your chosen people, to save your anointed one, and crush the heads of the wicked, and strip their bones from head to toe. With his own weapons, you destroy the chief of those who rushed out like a whirlwind, thinking Israel will be an easy prey. Verse 14. This truck go by. Let me read that 14 again. Habakkuk 3 and 14. Thou didst strike through with the staves, the head of his villages. They came out as a whirlwind to scatter me. Their rejoicing was as to devour the poor secretly. Thou didst walk through the sea with thy horses, through the heaps of great waters. Let me read that in the NLT, verse 14. With his own weapons, you destroy the chief of those who rushed out like a whirlwind. With his own weapons. So the Most High is going to use this man's own weaponry. You know, that was his blessing, was the sword, right? His ultimate sword was that a nuclear missile. The Lord's going to use that to destroy himself, man. It says, with his own weapons, you destroy the chief of those who rushed out like a whirlwind, thinking Israel would be an easy prey. So the Lord said, you know, using his own weapons, man, on nuclear destruction. It's Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. The Lord created the smith, the scientist that created these missiles, man. And bring forth an instrument for his work. I've created the waster to destroy. So the Lord wants to put the spirit of these scientists, nuclear scientists or whatever, these engineers, to create that nuclear missile. The Lord's going to use Israel, with his own weapons, with his own missiles, with his own weapons. He destroyed the chief of those who rushed out like a whirlwind, thinking Israel would be an easy prey. Yeah, 3:16, back in Habakkuk 3:16, when I heard, my belly trembled, my lips quivered at the voice, rottenness entered into my bones, and I trembled in myself, that I might rest in the day of trouble. When he cometh up unto the people, he will invade them with his troops. So yeah, he got scared when he saw these visions. It's like what Ezra saw, man. He said, "Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Who will save me in those days?" The Lord, man. You gotta have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Right? Yeah, so Zephaniah 2:1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired. O nation not desired, man. Talking about Israel, man. No. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as a chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you. Yeah, come back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Remember the Lord of the days of thy youth. While the evil days come not, man. Now's the time. Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you. Seek ye the Lord, all you meek of the earth, the humble, the meek of the earth. Who's you? Israel. You Israelites, which have brought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be you shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger, man. So when them troops come in, man, you want to be hid. That day, man. That evil day, that you may seek meekness, seek righteousness, you know. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger, man. That's why, you know, why you come out here and do his work. You know, that's why, you know, be humble in this thing, man. Try to, you know, be righteous to the best of your ability. So you have to be protected from the Lord, man. Abide in the secret place of the Almighty, man. Be hid in the day of the Lord's wrath. Protected. You know? Nation not desired. 3:7 This is Lamentations 2:15. All that passed by clapped their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, "Is this the city of men? Is that city that men call perfection of beauty, joy of the whole earth?" Yeah, these guys, man. Pathetic group of people. All thy enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we look for. We have found, we have seen it. So yeah, this is the day that they all look for, man. The day that we have fallen, man. The day that our men have become freaks. You know? The day that we've lost our power. You know? All them nations are like that. All confederate against thee. You know? That's okay. The Lord's going to avenge his people, man. All these heathen nations around about, like we just read, man. The indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, man. The Lord's going to avenge his people. The Lord's going to avenge his elect. Yeah, let's do that. Shift gears a little bit. Get into that article real quick. Just came across it. See what it has to say. Yeah, it's out of the Telegraph. Dated yesterday. I don't know if you can read that. It says, Russia could attack NATO within weeks. It's dated yesterday out of the Telegraph. It says, Russia could attack NATO within weeks. U.S. intelligence warns. The U.S. intelligence warns, man. It says, Russia could attack a NATO country within weeks to test the alliance's resolve. U.S. intelligence has warned. So they're testing. They're trying to test the NATO alliance. You know? U.S. officials believe Russia might attempt to escalate tensions by mounting a small land incursion or launching cyber attacks across Eastern Europe anytime from this autumn to 2029. The Wall Street Journal reported. The report marked a significant shift in U.S. intelligence assessments from the previous stance that Vladimir Putin would not attack while still caught up in his war in Ukraine. So yeah, that's just wars, rumors of wars right here. There's rumors of wars, you know, that are picking up. Last month, the Telegraph reported that European and U.S. intelligence had picked up on Russian considerations for an armed provocation on Polish soil, missile or drone attacks against critical infrastructure, or false flag attacks attempting to pin blame on Ukraine. Moscow was assessed to be planning these as options to escalate tensions amongst NATO allies and deter them from continuing to support Kiev for the war's 5th anniversary. Yeah, like you just read in Revelation, man. This is just the Most High working on these minds, man. Putting in Vladimir Putin to attack these NATO countries, all for his plan, man. All for his indignation, his you know, all this is good. So it's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen. You just win, you know. Reports of a possible provocation come after a Russian missile landed in Poland last week, and an explosive drone was found at the airport in Germany on Tuesday, Halle Airport. The drone's target is believed to have been a Ukrainian jet carrying weapons. So, you know, the war's still going on, man. And it's just going to intensify. build up and build up until that's the Lord's determination, like we read in Zephaniah. You know, it's the Most High's determination to gather these nations over there in the Middle East, right? So, I mean, we're so close. We're close to these things, man. We're very close. So now it's the time to get right. Now it's time to, to repent, come back to the Heavenly Father. While these evil days come not, when we're seeing that these evil days are building up, right? You know, it's like you're in Amos 9:8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom. The Lord's eyes are upon the sinful kingdom. There's angels all over the place, man. I just put out an article the other day. I read an article. They found 20 different UFOs over there in the moon, man. I'm talking about there's a UFO base up there, man. Probably why he tried to shoot a rocket into the moon. Elon Musk, the devil, man. But the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom. Somewhere here in America, right? So it sees everything that's going on in this place. Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. That's what I've been saying all morning. They're going to destroy it from off the face of the earth. How? With missiles, from arrows. Take a bow and arrow, you know, we shoot it from one end to the earth, all the way to the other. ICBM missile to that. Well, it's going to destroy this place from off the face of the earth. Behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, say the Lord. Yeah, he ain't gonna destroy all Jacob, man. And for our, you know, he got his remnant, his elect. And then eventually all Israel will be saved, right? You know, because 2/3 of people got to be cut off and down on this side. And then eventually all Israel will be saved. He's already turn back to captivity, man, and bring us back to our land. A people again, man. Right? So now we're just completely destroyed. I was looking for something. Lord, the Most High is in control of all these things, man. Let me get that one scripture. The Lord do all these things, controls the good and the bad. Let's see if I can find it. There it goes. Isaiah 45. Two-thirds of our people have to be destroyed because they don't know the Lord. They don't want to come back to the Lord. It's Isaiah 45:4. For Jacob, my servant's sake, and Israel, mine elect, I have even called thee by thy name, I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. My people don't know the Lord. They refuse to, especially Southern Kingdom, Northern Kingdom, man. They don't know the Lord. They don't care to know the Lord, man. They like that Caesar Borgia. Especially in these northern tribes, man. Southern tribes, man, they're into all types of shit, man. Islam, they'd rather worship a rock than the Lord, man. A stone, Kabbalah stone, and Yahweh Shai. That's why they're gonna get caught up in these missiles too, man. They're gonna get caught up in this day of the Lord, right? I am the Lord, and there's none else. There's no other power beside me. I girded thee, but thou hast not known me. There's no other God beside the Lord. You know, God besides Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. But our people, they want to uplift all types of other gods, you know, other than the Lord, man. They're into every other god on the planet Earth, man. It's idols, you know. Look at that. Spiritual fornication. That is Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 12. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruption of life. And you corrupt yourself, man, when you get into these other gods, man, these other religions, you know. It's corrupting. That's what the Lord said. People are corrupting themselves right out of Egypt, man. Directly right out of Egypt, man. Moses went up Mount Sinai to receive the law, you know. Instructions from the Lord. What do our people do, man? They erected a golden calf immediately out of us. Our people today, man, those are the same people that are back here today, man. And they're gonna be destroyed, man. They're willing, man. 2/3, man, they gotta go. You know? I feel sorry for them, man. It says, for the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruption of life, man. You corrupt your life, man, you get into these other gods. You worship these other gods out here. It's rather, there is no power besides the Lord, besides Yahushua, man. Right? For neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever. We jump down to verse 27. For the worshiping of idols, not to be named, is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil, man. Ooh. Yeah, for the worshiping of idols, not to be named, is the beginning, the cause, and end of all evil, right? So people are heavy into these other gods, man. Especially the Northern Kingdom, man. You know? They're worshiping our Guadalupe and all that other stuff, man. You know? Madonna and the child, trying to say that's Mary and the Lord, man. Nah. Semiramis Tammuz, man. That's what that goes back to. Where is it? Back in Isaiah 45 and 5. I am the Lord, and there's none else. There's no other God beside me. I girded thee, and thou hast not known me. They that they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west, and there is none beside me. I am the Lord, and there is none else. There's no other power besides Yahushua, man. All right? Every God you're into, man, Lord's going to destroy you. Semiramis, Tammuz, you know, all that. Madonna and child, all these different gods, man. You know, reincarnated today. Diana, going back to Greece, our people was into that. Mercury, Jupiter, worshiping these different planets, worshiping Satan, you know. I form the light and create darkness. I form the light and the Lord creates darkness, man. That's Yahushua, man. How about Yahushua? He creates the light, he creates the darkness. I make peace and create evil. The Lord creates the peace and he creates the evil. Right? I, the Lord, do all these things, man. The Lord is responsible for all this, man. Responsible for the peace, responsible for the evil. Creates the light and the good, man. So why do 2/3 of our people, you know, they don't fear the Lord, man. That's somebody you should fear. Right? That's the power you should fear. Creator of heaven and earth. That's what you should fear out here, man. You know? 2/3 of our people, they don't know the Lord, man. They're Sodom's children. That's why they're going to be destroyed. That's why they're going to have to. Hey, that's why the Lord's going to kill them, get rid of them, man. Don't feel bad for these people. Don't feel bad for 2/3, man. You know? They hate the Lord. that Joel spirit got me on this right now, man. Yeah, it's Amos 3 and 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people be not afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? The evil that's come in this place, that's from the Lord, man. You know? It's the Lord that puts out, you know, the order for them left-hand angels to do shit, man, and the right-hand angels. Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. This thing is a secret, man. Not everybody can get this truth. Not everybody can understand that. The Lord creates the light and the dark, creates evil and creates peace. Most of our people, 2/3 of our people can't accept that. They won't accept it. They refuse to accept it. You know? That's okay. That's really the Lord blocking them from getting it. The Lord don't want them to get it. The Lord don't want them to repent. That's a good thing. Read that again. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people be not afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? There's a great evil coming to this place, man. A great evil is coming. The Lord is behind it. Yahweh Shai is behind it, man. That's why you're not supposed to be afraid of it. Say you kept the faith. You did what you're supposed to do. Conscience, you have a clear conscience. You know, you did what you endured unto the end. You did what the Lord told you to do. Hey, this is what it is. What happens, what's going to happen, man. And you have a clear conscience, man. You know, hell's breaking loose. You know, you have that wisdom and instruction, man. Wisdom and knowledge. It's going to be the stability of thy times, man. That's coming up. Wisdom and knowledge. That's why the Lord said, remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth. Remember now. While the evil days come not. The evil days is coming, man. Time of Jacob's trouble, man. Good morning. Time of Jacob's trouble, man. You Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Time like no other. Right? Martial law on the streets. Race riots. Right? Busting into your homes. Robbing you. Your neighbor's gonna rob you, man. Because of the lack of bread. Famine that's coming. There's gonna be a famine of bread, and there's gonna be a famine of the word. You ain't gonna get no answers when all hell breaks loose. You ain't gonna get no answers. Something else I wanted. Let the Lord be your guide, man. Lord, welcome to that Joel. Yeah, be not afraid, neither doubt. It's 2 Ezra 16 and 74. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, man. Oh, you just read, man. That was Isaiah 34. Gather around all you nations here, man. The day of the Lord's indignation is here, man. It's coming. 2/3 of our people, but hey, man, the day of the Lord is at hand, man. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. This is going to deliver you, man. The ones that are meek, the humble, the ones that repent, come back to their nationality, come back to who they are, accept Yahweh Shai, man. And, you know, God said he will deliver you from the same. Like, you may be hid in the day, man. We just read. Right? Be ye not afraid, neither doubt. For the Most High is your guide. The Lord is be ye not afraid, neither doubt. Man. You can't have no doubtful spirit out here. Wisdom and knowledge are going to be the stability of your times, bro. When you doubt the word, you doubt the truth, you know? It's really, the word is faithful and true. You seen the prophecies come to pass. Well, the book has these prophecies. The scripture said, none shall want her mate, right? So yeah, the book of the Lord read, and none shall want her mate, and none of these things shall fail. Like the prophecies, they're not going to fail. That's how we know this book is the true book, man. None of these things shall fail. None of these words, none of these prophecies shall fail, man. It's like the Lord said, He'll deliver you from the same, man. What else? What more do you want? Right? They'll deliver you from what? The time of Jacob's trouble, we just read. Time like no other, man. System collapsing. They bring forth the fullness of His sufficiency when He's about to fill His belly. He says the Lord's going to rain upon Him while He's about to fill His belly. I mean, He's going to get to a certain level, man. To His new world order, He's going to get to a certain level. Elon talking about you ain't gonna need no money by 2036. So they're moving on with that chip. They're moving with it. Yeah, just like just read this article. Russia could attack NATO within weeks. That's just the Most High control everything. Most High can control all this, It's the work of the Lord. Creates the evil, creates the good, creates the peace, all that. See how about shy behind it, man. So we don't fear these things when they come, man. This war, this is a rumor of war, So this is prophecy. It's prophecy coming to pass, man. It's a rumor of war, right? Yeah, it's Joel 2:1, man. We just read how, like in Habakkuk, the destruction, the bows are marching like an army, Joel 2:1, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, sound an alarm in my holy mountain. What's the alarm, man? The warning. Big warning to Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. What warning? The day of the Lord is near, man. The indignation of the Lord, the destruction of this place is near. Blow ye the trumpet. The trumpet is this truth, man. The understanding of this word. Really, the warning. The sound and alarm in my holy mountain. Let the inhabitants of the land tremble. The day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. The day of the Lord is coming, is near. Near is near, haste greatly. What's to say? Sound that alarm, man. Give people that warning. The Lord's coming to destroy. He's destroying this place, man. Right? Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, sound an alarm on my holy mountain. Israel. Sound an alarm to Israel, man. It's holy mountain. Right? Let the inhabitants of the land tremble. They fear the Lord, man. 2/3 of our people don't fear, man. They don't want to fear. That's okay. They are going to fear. When that hell comes upon them, man. That's when that fear is going to hit. That's when the fear is going to grip them, man. What the Lord says is He's going to mock when the fear comes. Right? For the day of the Lord cometh is nigh at hand. The day of darkness and gloominess. Day of cloud, thick darkness, man. Day of gloominess, cloud, thick darkness, man. We just read the heavens are going to depart like a scroll, man. Mushroom clouds, man. 200 million missiles, 200 million mushroom clouds. Hit this place, block out the sun. Day of darkness, thick clouds, man. We ain't going to be able to escape it. A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, as the mountains spread upon, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and strong. There hath not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. Yeah, it says, there have not been ever the like. A day that's like the day that's coming, you can't compare it to any other day in the history of the planet Earth, man. Destruction, man. How bad it's gonna get. neither shall there be any more after it. So after that, hey, the Lord's gonna burn up all the weapons of war. There ain't gonna be no wars, Gonna take all the weapons of war and burn them up. The scripture said. The fire, the spiritual fire. You ain't gonna be able to get that. Ezekiel. Yeah. It's Ezekiel 39 and 8. Behold, it has come, it is done, saith the Lord of power. This is the day whereof I have spoken. It is done after that destruction. And they that dwell in the cities of Israel shall go forth and shall set on fire and burn the weapons, both the shields and the bucklers and the bows and the arrows and the handstaves and the spears, and they shall burn them with fire 7 years. So yeah, the elect, could go around and collect all these weapons of war, all those weapons of war, tanks, missiles, guns, Esau's blessing, man, and burn them with fire 7 years, so that they shall take no wood out of the field. This is what they're not going to use no wood. So how you going to keep a fire going without wood? Just said. So they shall take no wood out of the field, neither cut down any out of the forest. For they shall burn the weapons with fire, and they shall spoil those that spoiled them, and those that robbed them, saith the Lord of power. It's after, man. And it said, you ain't gonna cut down no trees to get that fire going. There's gonna be a lot of weapons that need to be destroyed. That's gonna be that spiritual power. They use that fire. However the Lord told to do it. That's that spiritual power, man. Right? So all the weapons of war. There ain't gonna be no more wars after this place is gone down. After Esau's gone down. After the angels blow Esau's air force out of the sky, man. There ain't gonna be no more wars, ain't no more weapons of wars, man. Like I learned of war no more. Let me get that. Yeah, it's Isaiah 2 and 3. And many people shall go and say, come ye, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord. And the house of the Lord, the government, the people of the Lord, man. The government of the Lord. The house of the power of Jacob. And he will teach us of his ways. And we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. So it's going to be a new world order, all right. The Lord's new world order. The whole world is going to learn the ways of Israel. We're going to follow our laws, our ways, our statutes, man, our high holy ways. The whole planet Earth, man. And he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people. It's the point. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, beat their swords into farming equipment, and their spears into pruning hooks. So basically, there's not going to be any need for spears or for weapons. Turn that into all the building a planet back again, man. Slavery, the tools, Nation, at this point, nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. So there ain't gonna be no more wars, man. When Israel is established back on the planet, when Yahushua comes back and establishes his kingdom on the planet Earth. So who are those people over in Israel right now? It tells you right there, they ain't the real people because there've been nothing but wars. All wars are going on the planet. Rumors, I just read an article about a rumor of war, right? So those aren't the people of God. The people of God are right here in America, Babylon the Great. The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. When the Negro, Latino, and Native American is set back up in order under Yahushua, that's when there's not going to be no more wars anymore. Right? Back in Joel 2:2, just to get a better understanding of that. A day of darkness, a day of gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, bright people and the strong. There have not been ever the like or day like it that's coming, neither shall there be any more after it. So after this destruction, there ain't going to be no more wars, destruction, and all that, even to the years of many generations. Fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. Talking about the missiles. The land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. So land is as the garden of Eden before them. So yeah, you look around, see these trees. We got flowers, trees. Certain areas, better areas. Go up to Santa Barbara, it's beautiful. We got flowers all over the place. You go back south, you fly in. Say you're flying into South Carolina, you're flying into Georgia. You see nothing but trees everywhere. You actually see trees out there, man. Land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them, after they touch down and destroy, a desolate wilderness. Yea, nothing shall escape them, man. So yeah, we just read it. It's going to be a desolate wilderness, a giant desert. Everything links up in the scriptures, man. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen they shall run, like the noise of chariots on tops of mountains. They shall leap like the noise of a flame of fire that devour the stubble. The strong people set in battle array. Like, the missiles are likened unto an army. That's coming, man. Before their face, people shall be much pained. All faces shall gather blackness. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. They shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. They're not going to break the ranks. Whatever they were set to do, they're going to go out and do it. Whatever target they were set to hit, that's what they're going to hit. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Yeah, I'll end it on that. Just going back to Habakkuk. How it's likened unto an army. Yeah, Habakkuk 3:12. Thou didst march through the land and the nations. Thou didst thresh the heathen in anger. March through the land. All missiles, man. But after that destruction, ain't gonna be another day like it, man. Go through, burn all the weapons, that spiritual power. Yeah, I'll end it on that. You know? Day of the Lord is near, man. It's near. Shalom.